G'day guys, welcome to Food to Eat Smashed Out. I'm Bev Varland. Today we're doing a lovely little vegetarian style pizza. I'm going to take you through a basic pizza dough, throw some grilled veggies on, some pesto. It's going to be really awesome. Let's get cracking. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need about 500 grams of plain white flour, or you can use wholemeal flour, it doesn't really matter. Put that into a bowl with a nice hole in the middle, a nice well for our water. I've got 300 mils of water into there. We've got 2 teaspoons of yeast, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and that's pretty much it. Plain flour, there's our yeast, our salt, our sugar. Now the sugar is going to activate the yeast. Always remember to keep your yeast in the fridge, and then she's not going to go bad. Okay, in she goes. Give it a good mix. You can see that? You can't see it. That's exactly what you want. A little well in the middle. 300 mils of water. In she goes. You want to get that warm. You don't want to put that over 38 degrees. The moment you put it over 38 degrees, you're going to kill that yeast. Alright, we stir it in. It's going to be a little bit sloppy to begin with. You can see it will start to bind in now. Incorporate all those moist bits of flour, rub it off the edge, and it's going to come together really well. And that's basically it. That's ready now for kneading. Our dough's ready to go. We want to just lightly flour that board, the bench rather. On she goes, a little bit more on top because she's going to be sticky. And basically work it. Pull it and stretch it out. We want to do this for about 10 minutes until she's really got that gluten activated. And you'll see it will start to pull out like that. Get angry with it. Punch it, slam it, bash it, crash it. Done. So we've been going for about 10 minutes. You can see in there that dough starts to really stretch and pull out, and that means our gluten in our bread is really starting to come together, and it's starting to give that elasticity. Oh yeah, better than GoPro. She's basically all done. We want to throw it back into a bowl. I'm going to cover that with a tea towel. Somewhere nice and warm. We're on top of the bain marie there, so it's nice and warm. I'm going to throw a tea towel over the top of her. There. We're going to let it sit for about an hour before we knock it back down. Time to whack on our grilled veggies. We've got some awesome eggplant here. Straight onto a hot griddle pan. You'll notice there's no oil whatsoever on that. You actually want to let it cook through itself. Look at that, isn't that fantastic? Get a bit of mark on there. She's bonza, ripper. Alright, now I've got some lovely zucchini, or as some of you awesome dudes will call it, is courgette. Get that on there. Again, you just want to mark it. Don't forget this is going in the oven for another 10 minutes. Alright, natural caramelization of some tomatoes. Fantastic. The natural sugars in that on the hot heat is gonna do this. Boom, yeah. Here's our bread, been sitting for about an hour. You can see how nice and spongy that is. Okay, you put your finger in, whoop, look at that, that's perfect, see? So what you want to do now is punch all that air out. And that is as good as it gets. Just give it a quick knead, just bring it back together. Roll it. And let's portion it into some pieces. You want it probably about 100 grams. Now than that, you can see in there those beautiful air bubbles as you pull it out, and that's what's going to allow that bread to rise. Really want to work it pretty hard. Yep. And that's it. It's beautiful, and it's rustic, and it's elasticated. So, here's our little dough ready to go. You can see it's going to shrink back in, and that's the elasticity in the little flour going. Bit of pesto on top, over around like that. Lovely. A couple of bits of the grilled eggplant, a couple of bits of the zucchini, 2 tomatoes. We're going to leave that space in there. So that's it. That little pizza there, go into the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees. Ready, look at that, beautiful. They're ready to come out, and while they're really, really hot, check out him. Oh, yum, they're puffed up beautiful. Got a nice bit of coloration on top of them. They're looking pretty stunning. So whilst they're hot, see, I've got that lovely, look at that. That is the most amazing buffalo mozzarella. I want to put that on while it's hot. The reality is if we start to put it on in the oven, it goes really, really hard when we take it off. So if we keep it nice and hot, over the next couple of minutes while it's sitting down, it's going to get a little bit gooey, and all that goodness is going to go all over our pizzas. A little bit more of our basil pesto on top. Bring that colour back. Look at that. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Want to get a little bit of rocket on top of that. Make it look pretty. Lovely. A little bit of olive oil. There we go. Just to dress the rocket. A dash of salt and pepper. And she's all done. The most amazing antipasta pizza. Lovely buffalo mozzarella cheese.